A federal appeals court has ruled that Amazon is in fact responsible for third-party sellers' merchandise that is sold on the website. Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Apptrepreneur, and just to let you know right from the get-go, because it needs to be addressed before we get started into this, if you hear fireworks, explosions, all that jazz, it's not the new Civil War. It is just 4th of July. I'm filming on the 4th of July itself, and as a result, there's just a lot of noise going on. But anyway, I hope you've had a fun 4th of July. I've had a very fun 4th of July. So much so that people said that I was doing things they normally wouldn't see me do, like just out of the blue things. I mean, they weren't specific about what sort of out of the ordinary things that they saw me do, but I'm going to trust that they're right. Anyway, let's get in on this article. Federal appeals court says Amazon is liable for third-party seller products, and this is a big one, obviously, if you sell third-party stuff on Amazon, which, by the way, I do. I have stealth accounts. Don't buy anything from Amazon, but I don't mind making a little money off of them if I can help it. So, a federal appeals court ruled that Amazon could be held liable for defective goods sold on its site by third-party vendors, who now account for more than half the company's e-commerce revenue, which we have talked about before. E-commerce on Amazon is, frankly, one of the only things that makes them money. That and their cloud computing service, obviously. Well, it's because, unlike regular merchandise where they have to buy the products, sell the products, usually at a discount if they want to undercut the competition, and for the most part, ship it for free, because even if you're paying for Prime, Amazon, they're still losing a lot of money if you buy things on Prime. They're giving you free shipping. Well, their e-commerce section, the third-party sellers, is where they make most of their money. They don't have to buy merchandise. They don't have a store to maintain. They just have to collect a commission fee when a sale is made. And occasionally when somebody files an A to Z claim, they will, do what they do. They'll put a hold on your money until everything gets squared away, which usually means you lose your money and the item, and most of the time your store gets taken off the site too. So, that happens too. Anyway, the decision on Wednesday from a court in Philadelphia reverses the lower court ruling that could be significant for Amazon, which has faced criticism for enabling counterfeits and dangerous items to sell through its platform. In fact, I think we were talking about counterfeit merchandise on this very channel fairly recently. So, Amazon has previously escaped liability for its vendors' products. Last year, a judge in Tennessee ruled that the company was not liable for damages caused by a defective hoverboard that exploded, burning down a family's house. Well, that's just the nuttiest thing I've seen all day. The plaintiff, who bought the product on Amazon site, claimed the company did not sufficiently warn of the product's dangers. Well, in all fairness, I think when you buy a product, an exploding hoverboard that can burn your house down is usually not expected to happen by anyone. So, I don't know. Like, should we start putting warnings on TVs and stuff like, hey, your TV could burn and explode? I don't know. I think it was just a defective product that the person was unfortunately unlucky enough to buy on Amazon, and it burned their house down. Not a laughing matter, of course, but that was hardly Amazon's fault per se. However, obviously, a court feels that it is. The decision on Wednesday. The decision on Wednesday related to a case in which a Pennsylvania customer, Heather Oberdorf, purchased a retractable dog leash on Amazon.com from a third-party vendor, The Furry Gang. While walking her dog in 2015, Oberdorf was blinded after the leash suddenly recoiled. Neither Oberdorf, I hope I'm saying that right, Oberdorf nor Amazon have been able to contact The Furry Gang. Although you can bet Amazon took their site. Like, here's the thing. Amazon, if they were doing what they normally do, will have taken that store off the site. They would have. And, if they can't contact them, oh well, you're off the site. And what else can you do at that point? Quote, Amazon fails to account for the fact that under the agreement, third-party vendors can communicate with the customers only through Amazon, the ruling states. This enables third-party vendors to conceal themselves from the customer, leaving customers injured by defective products with no direct recourse to the third-party vendor. Now, this is technically true and not true. It is strongly encouraged by Amazon not to be giving away personal information on the site. I have a much more complicated view of that situation. If someone is clearly upset, you probably want to do most of the communication, if not all of it, through Amazon's email service. Because When you do it through their third-party email or Amazon's email service, it's probably not third-party. That means the messages are stored. Amazon can see them. If the complaint escalates to a claim, if the customer is, say, threatening that you should give them a full refund or else they're going to leave a negative feedback, hey, you can say they're blackmailing me. I used to have this position that in the case of a problem, I would give people my business phone number and say, if you have any problems, give me a call. That did not work out for me one year when someone who bought an iPad from me said that I had threatened them over the phone. And the only thing Amazon saw was that I had given them a personal phone number, which was against Amazon's rule. And hey, they're saying I actually threatened them over the phone, which I didn't do, of course. But who's Amazon going to believe, me or the customer? So I do think there are policies in place that make it very clear you want to be using Amazon's email service and you don't want to do anything outside of the platform because you could get into serious trouble. However, I believe that there are ways you can give that information out if you want. Unfortunately, Amazon is so draconian when it comes to nuking these seller accounts that it's not even worth it. Just do everything on Amazon's email so that they always know what is being said to you, what you're saying to them, and vice versa. Anyway, Amazon did not respond to a request for a comment. CEO Jeff Bezos touted the growth of the marketplace in his most recent letter to shareholders, writing, to put it bluntly, third-party sellers are kicking our first-party butt badly. Well, yes, because especially if you deal with like what I do, movies and video games, I have like a lot of out-of-print stuff that Amazon just can't get brand new anymore. So there you have it. Plus the third-party sellers who usually sell a little bit cheaper. So what does this mean for third-party sellers on Amazon? Well, it means a few things. First of all, if you sell defective merchandise, it's now Amazon's problem officially. Like, this was what Amazon's been doing all this time. They've been taking a very hands-off approach for the most part. You do something bad, we're going to trust the customer, and you're just out of luck. Now it does affect Amazon. First of all, I think you will be suspended a lot faster. However, here's another thing that the ruling might potentially do. If Amazon is considered a key player in the transactions now, and they deactivate you, like they suspend your account without a thorough communication and review with you, they might get in trouble. Either way, this could have a lot of highs and lows for third-party sellers. There will be a lot more suspensions, I believe, and I think Amazon might get sued a few more times when these happen. So, and it's also kind of scary because what if there's just like a minor complaint against a seller? Like, say, hey, I bought this shirt, it was too small, I felt like I was choking. Now, obviously, that's a figure of speech. To Amazon, that might be a threat. So, shut that account down. This is not going to be good for third-party sellers. That said, Bezos has admitted the third-party sellers are kicking their butt. And that that actually is kind of a weird admission because it shows that Amazon might not be that valuable when you get down to it. Because if they ever got rid of their third-party sellers, they might actually be on par with most websites out there. You never know. So with a statement like that, you would think Best Buy, Walmart, and all these other companies would create an e-commerce, addition to their site to try to compete with Amazon. But, that hasn't really happened. Anyway, it's just a strange day all around. I don't know if this is going to be good or bad for the sellers. I want to lean towards bad because Amazon will always take advantage of the third-party sellers. The third-party seller situation is kind of what got me really against them in the first place, but who knows? So, anyway, there was like a fly that flew in my ear or something. Anyway, so, I don't know. I would like to know what any of you people think out there with the third-party sellers. Are you a third-party seller on Amazon? What do you think of this news? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? I would love to know one way or the other. So, comment below. Like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy my videos, consider becoming a Patreon member. It's totally optional, of course, but even as little as $1 a month goes a long way to helping the channel run smoothly and you get access to my Patreon's exclusive blog. Also, if gas prices are getting you just a little down in the dumps, check out the Get Upside app below. It's totally free, but you get cash back on every gas purchase. If you want more content from me, consider subscribing to Kevin T. Rodriguez and the Apptrepreneur vlogs. more videos from me, different types of content from what you see on this channel, however, mostly still fun. And finally, if you want to talk to me or anyone else who might sell on Amazon or even shop at Amazon, check us out at the Apptrepreneur Hangouts on Facebook. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.